So here, I'm gonna take you down.
Lucy 13 is asking, what are you drinking?
This is, when I drink, I forgot. I have fish memory.
Says you said the same thing about Monty a few months ago, and he got all his videos put back.
No, I gave him 1 week to think about it. I was wrong. This kind of people, I don't let them think. I just take it down. I think he lost a new one. Not sure, I need to check but I think he got one too. One for now. For now, all this for now. I still have 20. I'll finish them, and here I have 100% this and this. I told you to give you a hit. Here, 100%, 100%, 100%, 90%, 100%. Look at these people. They have nothing to do. Look. Where's the 100 here? Look. Use what? 100% of the content. They have no life. See, 8 of them now. 100%, 100%, 90%, 100%, 100%. Oh, 120. Okay, 20. That's too low. So 100, I got 6 of them. Tonight is good. You better not even put it private, because private you're gonna take it down too. You know the game now. Even private doesn't help. You remove it or I remove it. You want me to take them down now? Live? Here we go. Watch. Right now. Okay. You know what? I'll be fair. I gave them 10 minutes. They're all what? 6 use 100% of my content. They have no life.
No dispute. Right owner, none of those work. So not based on that. Copyright exceptions such as fair use. It's not original content. I mean, it's kind of original content. License. I don't have permission from NBC. I have permission from the law. Public domain. It's not public domain. This just happened. So it's an exception such as fair use. You continue. Blah, blah, blah. Here's all this bullshit. I believe my video is protected under fair use, fair dealing, or similar exception to copyright. All right. So type of reuse. Commentary. You have a whole bunch of shit. Promotional video, remix, reaction video, education, entertainment, game. None of these are guaranteed to work, by the way. It's just the type. Commentary is a great one because commentary, criticism, and critique are valid exceptions. Those are recognized categories by the court for fair use. Okay? So we have, why is your use claimed content an example of fair use? We have to type this out, and we got to type these things and type my name. Nicholas Rekieta. There we go. Now, this is the important part. We have 2,000 characters to say why this is fair use. Let me give you a very important pro tip, okay? This is a very important pro tip. You must do something that is really, really important. So when you're going to go to Google, or YouTube counterclaim requirements. That's the one you want to type in. YouTube counterclaim requirements, okay? And then on support.google.com, you get a submit a copyright counter notification, depending on which one you click on. Requirements for counter notifications right here, okay? Trust me, you have to do this. This is weird. This is something that people miss in YouTube all the time. Do this. Because if you don't do this right, YouTube will reject it for form. So you get all this shit. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of this. This is it. 3, agree to and include the following 2 statements. So take these, copy them. Okay? Get rid of that shit. Unimportant. Paste them. Get rid of the fucking quotes, which is weird. We'll talk about what they are in just a second. This is only the first step, but this is the last thing in your counterclaim notification, all right? You need this in there. Critical. So what does it say? It says, I consent to the jurisdiction of the federal district court for the district in which my address is located. Or if my address is outside the United States, the judicial district court in which YouTube is located will accept service of process from the claimant. You better be ready to be sued, because that's what this means. You are disputing a legal claim of copyright ownership, which means you might be sued. But this is critically important. Whether or not you appeal the decision, they can sue you, even if they take down your video. If you infringed on copyright, they have a right to enforce their copyright, whether or not you appealed. So this is kind of silly, in my opinion, because they already could do this. Next, I swear under penalty of perjury that I have a good faith belief that the material was removed or disabled as a result of mistake or misidentification of the material to be removed or disabled. It is a mistake or misidentification if you actually have a fair use exception to copyright. But if you have fair use is a defense to copyright. And importantly, it is a defense that means that you are not actually creating a derivative work, but you are creating an entirely new work that is deserving of its own copyright protection. It is something that they do not have a right to. So fair use, people think like they get in their minds, fair use is me having permission from someone to make a thing. No, fair use means that the use is fair, which means that the use is actually so distinct from the original that it's unique to you. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, so you have to include this. This is a pro tip of navigating YouTube's fair use stuff. You will not find this on a lot of sort of guides about this, but trust me, as someone who has failed to include this before, you include this. It's a critical element of passing the claim procedurally through YouTube. Now you get to write whatever you want. And the best part of this is some fucking loser has to read whatever you write. So importantly, you got to have this after whatever you write. So you click the boxes. My video does not infringe anyone's copyright. That's true because it's fair use, so it can't infringe a copyright. I understand the claimant will be able to review my video and my dispute rationale. And I understand that filing fraudulent disputes may result in termination of my YouTube account. This is not fraudulent. It's true. Everything I said in there is correct and accurate. And this is transformative fair use. Submit. Type NBC is a pile of human garbage. They actually are a threat to American freedom and don't understand the basic elements of the Copyright Act. In fact, they use money and power to suppress the voices of the people they attempt to brainwash and spoon feed their regurgitated bullshit on a daily basis. With that as a baseline, let's begin. This is obviously a fair use of the original material. Any basic good faith, fair use analysis would show that this falls heavily in favor of me. I imagine NBC's lawyers are actually watching or reading. I shouldn't say watching. They're actually reading this material and masturbating over real legal work, just wishing they were involved like the cucks they are. This work is highly transformative. I have clearly commented and criticized the original. Damn it, I cannot type. That's the liquor. The original work so thoroughly, both in form and function, that the new work is entirely distinct from the original. No one watching my content would ever actually watch the NBC video in virgin form because NBC is a lying shit heap who likes, we'll just leave it at lying shit heap. My content adds the necessary expertise and background information for people to return with an informed, an informed opinion on the matter presented, rather than be spoon-fed ass juice from a bunch of communists. Let's see, that's pretty good. There is similarly no impact on the market that barely even exists for the original video because NBC markets to literal morons. My viewers are smarter than all of them. They would never watch NBC because they aren't into self-harm. And NBC knows this, of course, and is simply leveraging their bullshit power against me. Fuck them. Sue me. I think that's pretty good.